Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before. Imagine tuning in to real-time discussions, expert analyses, and fan interactions all at your fingertips. Each platform offers a unique experience, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We're not just sharing stories, we're creating a community of passionate sports enthusiasts. Join us as we dive deep into the evolution of podcasting, where every episode is a chance to engage, debate, and celebrate the world of sports. This is where your voice matters and the game never stops. Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before, where sports passion meets podcasting brilliance. I'm Mike, the Bear fan, and alongside Bill, the Packer fan, and our buddy Ken Catalone, we're bringing you an incredible lineup of 38 diverse podcasters. Each one brings their unique flavor to the table, covering everything from game analysis to behind-the-scenes stories. Imagine diving deep into the minds of experts who live and breathe football, sharing insights that you won't find anywhere else.
Here locally in the community, make sure y'all go check out New Cat Body by Jeremy Campbell.
All right, Mark Schmidt just messaged me. He's having some technical difficulties, but he should be here anytime. But
Cool.
Good evening, everybody. It is the Lions Fan Cave chat. We are here. I have Pensman of Pensman Sports, Will Vogel, and Bistrilla. DC Bistrilla, the defensive coordinator.
That's it.
Ever since last night, you.
So I gotta put HC up here and then put OC
There you go.
next to Austin next.
There you go.
There you go.
WB for Waterboy.
Good evening,
No
Matt Henry.
mascot.
What's up, Matt?
What's going on, Matt?
With that being said, let's look at who was our top rated guys. Well, first, before I get into that, who was your 3 stars on offense and defense? And I'm going to start with B down here.
For offense, you want me to 3 for each?
Yeah.
I got Jahmyr Gibbs on the offense. I also got Sam Laporta and Jared Goff.
Okay. Will Vogel?
I had Goff, Laporta, and St. Brown.
Okay. What did you think of the game, Pensman? What was your thought?
I liked it. I don't have any. I was in between. I didn't see all of it, so I just watched a little bit. So I watched more of the Dallas and Giants game, but because I was at my parents' house at the time. So, but I liked how the Lions won and took care of business.
Well, for me, you guys mentioned the 3 main ones. You know, it was the running backs, it was Laporta, it was Goff. You could splash in Amon-Ra. He had a good game, but it wasn't his best game either. But it was from the center to the right tackle. Those guys were cleaning house all day. The right side is where all the pressure came from, unless they sweeped around.
No.
Man, Henry, I love it. I love it. Word on the street of Chicago is going to hire Grunk as head coach, Antonio Brown as OC, and Perfect as DC.
There would be a lot of fights in practice between the
No,
OC
you
and
know
the
what that
BC.
would be? They'd have a hungry team that isn't afraid to play dirty.
True.
I wish Ken was here to see this.
But they will quit on you and run off the field with the shirt off, their jersey off.
Jeremy,
At halftime, especially, Caleb
Right.
would be Bastrell. Caleb would be like, "I'm done. I quit. No Bears."
Jeremy, I wish Ken was here to see that.
No, I'm not watching Georgia Tech. I have no dog in that fight.
I see what you did there.
That's pretty clever there, Jeremy.
Even though Georgia Tech is winning 10-0 last time I saw.
That was
No,
creative.
he says he can't get into the site. We may not have Mark Schmidt tonight, and that's a bummer. But
it's 17-0 now.
17-0.
Georgia Tech beating the brakes off of Georgia.
Oh, who we got here? Let's see.
Hope you Lenny.
There he is. And
there he is.
So, former Lion, Mark Schmidt. He also was a former Bill. He had a nice little career there in the NFL. He's also a part of the NFLPA Veterans Committee. Is that correct, Mark?
Does he have us? Can you hear us, Mark?
Is your audio on?
I don't know. I think his mic is working for some reason. He was having trouble just getting in. I appreciate him stopping in.
Right.
Yeah, it's a 17-0 and about to be halftime. Them Yellow Jackets are taking it to him, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they beat Florida.
Yeah, for some reason your sound isn't working, Mark.
How do I'm trying to think how we tell him. Oh, he'll be back.
He's going to back out and come back in. At least he finally got in. I was like, he was saying, I can't, it's different. It won't let me in because he said it was different than StreamYard. And for getting into as a guest, it's always worked just like StreamYard for me.
Mm-hmm.
But at least we got to see him. I know it works.
Ooh, there it is.
Got your third goal?
No, Penguins won 2-1.
Hey,
first back-to-back win since February 25th to 27th. Thank God.
Good.
Sad.
I'm a Pens fan too. I don't have any connection to Pittsburgh.
They just beat the Boston Bruins.
And everybody wonders why I send links early.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good game. That's a good game.
So, defensively, it's Zadarius Smith, Brian Branch, and Jack Campbell. Everybody, and DJ Reader. You got to throw him in there with 2 sacks. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, I had Reader, Smith, and Branch.
Okay. B?
Yeah, I had Reader. You know what? As much as people are not giving Vildor any credit, I gave Vildor some credit on this game too. He played pretty well, and Zadarius Smith, obviously. Zadarius Smith was causing all kinds of ruckus in there.
I mean, Zadarius Smith. Everybody picked on him in the first half for not having any tackles yet. I guess they didn't pay attention to his 4 pressures in the first half. Right. He got 4 more. 1.5 sacks. It should be 2 sacks because he technically was the first one there on the half sack too.
Yeah, they gave it assist.
But I'll tell you, I give an honorable mention to Muhammad though. Muhammad played a hell of a game for the little time he was in there.
And his helmet did better defending passes than most of the cornerbacks.
You know who else?
I mean, the cornerbacks didn't play bad.
No, but you know what I'm talking about because that one where it was going to the guy, and that's the one where Branch got upset. Yeah. Everybody was like, well, why was Branch upset? It's because he was in position to make a pick, and he got in the way, and it dinged off the back of his helmet.
You know who else deserves an honorable mention? There's a lot of guys. Bates. Fox. 2 punts within the 20.
The 1-on-1. And everybody, all the other fan bases goes, oh my God, his foot was on the goal line. They showed the view from the back. His foot never touched the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Henry, word on the street is Eberflus was left in Detroit yesterday. He walked back
He's
home
hitchhiking.
from there to Toledo, where he was born and raised.
Nope, pass. Nope, pass.
Oh, Orlando coming in with his usual question. Who's these rescue man titties? I've been gone too long.
Oh,
Something, bud.
God, no. No.
Well, Mark Schmidt is having technical issues. First he was having trouble getting in. He got in, and then he didn't have sound. He's still trying to work on it.
Oh, God, Orlando.
Oh,
No.
but well, Bear really sucks. I knew it was going to happen. Yeah, what's funny is I think what actually happened is he got to ride back on the plane because, well, they at least have a moderation of class there in Chicago. And Ryan Poles went in there and he goes, well, you got a choice. Either he's gone or you're both gone at the end of the season. So he walked into the coach's office. He goes, listen here, bitch, I ain't taking it for you. Ah!
For real.
And I'm quite sure it was some sort of that realm of conversation between Poles and the McCaskey.
Yeah, I think Poles is still should be gone by the end of the year.
If you look at the talent he acquired, other than O-line, he acquired a lot of talent, and they should be doing better than they are. And the fact that they just lost 5 straight games at a touchdown or less,
True.
that usually falls on coaching.
I wonder who they play next. I can't even remember.
Well, when your quarterback's getting sacked a league-leading 48 times now, or 47 times, 49 times.
Yeah, I thought it was 50,
that falls on the people who get the players, which is Ryan Poles, because you are supposed to protect your quarterback, who is a rookie. I don't never understand when these GMs get these players and they get rookie quarterbacks. Why did you not? Address the offensive line. They know they're going to need an offensive line to protect the guy. And you're getting these little ragtag offensive linemen, and it's not working. And they got 3 linemen out that are already no good. So they got 3 backup no good offensive lines now taking their place. I feel sorry for Caleb.
I know.
I do.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the same offensive line that almost killed Fields?
Yeah.
They only changed 2 players.
It was supposed to be better.
Yeah. There it is.
There it is, Matt Henry. If you can't troll your own team, then you shouldn't be allowed to troll other teams. Let's fucking go, Gronk.
Gronk's not going.
Hey, Matt Henry, you're absolutely right. And you know what? Our defense did play like ass sort of in that second half, but you want to know why?
Because you need Hutchinson?
No, Aiden Hutchinson's been out of the lineup.
I know, you said you need him back.
We need all the damn.
Well, here's what we did do this afternoon. We got Quan Alexander, a former Pro Bowler. He's got some
miles left on the trade.
Yeah, I remember him, Quan. I think he was a Buck, if I'm not wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Played with Levante David.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the I want to say he was the weak side linebacker.
Bring in Verbel. He's a Buck guy. They are, Jeremy. We're just talking about it before we went live.
But we got Quan Alexander, and then we just picked up defensive end Jonah Williams off of the Rams practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you that the other 2 guys, Levi and Pascal, are not going to be back this week. Oh, he's in and out again. Man, I heard it ding and then it went.
Oh, it'd be messed up if Michigan won tomorrow, though, wouldn't it?
That'd be awesome.
Oh, it would just break my poor little heart.
Then Oregon would be Big Ten champions, wouldn't they?
I think
yeah.
Oregon. And actually, Indiana beat Oregon.
No, nobody beat Oregon.
But
somebody
Oregon
but Ohio State.
Ohio State beat Indiana.
Yeah.
But if
Ohio
Indiana
State
would be
Indiana.
okay, so Indiana would still get a chance to play Oregon for the
Yeah,
Big Ten championship. Is what I'm getting at.
yeah, that's next
For
week.
Indiana.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk possible replacements for Ben if you actually listen to his interviews, Orlando.
Ben said he ain't going nowhere unless the situation's right.
I know. I'm really getting sick of the media trying to force our coordinators to go to Chicago. They are not
Right.
going to Chicago. Neither one of them. AG is going to go to New Orleans. That's his buck stop right there. Ben Johnson is not definitely going to Chicago with that mess going on
As
there.
much as I hate to say it, it'll be New Orleans or New York Jets for AG.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
either one. Yeah, because he played for the Jets too. Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
All right.
Oh,
Hey,
Is
are
he
you there,
there?
Mark? I can hear you. I mean, I
I
see
see
you.
a light. I see a
That's
light.
not a good thing, Pastrella. You can see the light. That's not good, Pastrella.
Hey, no, that's not me.
I see the light.
I placed my largest waiver
Oh.
over on OSU. No one beat Oregon. Okay.
Yeah, no one beat Oregon. Only undefeated as well.
Would Brunell be okay? Probably not. More than likely, we'd promote the Tanner Engstrom, the passing game coordinator, the one at tight end that's been being groomed for it if we did have to elevate anybody. So, see.
Or Phipps. They like
Uh,
Phipps. They were talking about Phipps a lot while ago too.
I think it would be Tanner Engstrom because he's been our passing game coordinator the last 2 years. I know the organization he doesn't want to go to because here's why he won't go to a team like Chicago, either New York team. The only team he might go to is Carolina, but they're not getting rid of their coach because they got a first-year head coach. So,
but Carolina had dibs on him. They really wanted Ben Johnson.
Right, and
What if-
his family is originally from there, and that's the only drawback.
Will he take what if Mike McCarthy gets fired? Will he go to Chicago?
You mean Dallas?
Yeah, no. I'm saying if
No,
Mike McCarthy gets fired,
McCarthy could go to Chicago.
Yeah, well, he
He could go to Chicago. There was a big talk about that too.
That's what I heard.
Yep.
But I don't know.
I think they're better off to stick with the.
Rex Ryan also threw his hat in that ring too.
Yeah,
Rex Ryan said he can fix all the Jets' problems.
Yeah, I was joking around. Then they can predict the AFC Championship game again.
I don't think Ben's going anywhere. You keep assuming Ben's leaving, and I don't like it because you're not listening to what he said.
Ben ain't going nowhere until they achieve.
We are going to the AFC Championship game, and we're losing.
All right, how you doing, Mark?
Mark, you hear us, Mark?
It's like scary.
Yeah, I know.
It's a horror movie.
No, that's right. That's like a horror movie. It's like
thanks,
like
Ralph.
outside or something.
It's like about sci-fi or The Undertaker. Or
You
something.
too, Ralph. How you doing, man?
What's up, Ralph?
You can't make jokes about a guy when it's his first time on the show in a long time.
I know, but just funny though.
I know, but I'm trying. He's an older guy, and and
you're
Ralphie boy.
and I invite him on as a special guest, and you guys are sitting here shitting on him when he's trying to get on the show.
I know.
I don't like
I
it.
feel bad.
I fucking hate it, to be exact.
Well, we're not shitting on him at all.
Well, Will's sitting there going, "Oh, it looks like a horror movie." Would you want to stay on the show if somebody said that? That's real fucking intelligent.
Sorry.
Let's be the light. It'll be all right. Let's see.
I think the Jets need to hire Aaron Rodgers as head coach.
I don't know what Johnson is. What's going on? Ain't nobody scared to play that dude. Who cares?
Anyway, so we brought in Jonah Williams, the defensive end, 6'5",
Matt, you're
275
hilarious.
pounds. Ooh, that's no fun, Ralph.
Ralph.
Bolt in the left knee. Yeah, that's bad. That hurts. Patty, what's up?
Well, we're having technical issues. Mark Schmidt can't get in. And, when he does try to get in, people make jokes. Fucking great. A former player and you're disrespecting him. That's what I'm pissed off about. I
Yeah,
even
that
said,
was
don't
good.
make jokes, guys, the first time.
All right.
Sorry.
To me, it was disrespectful.
Yeah.
So
Think
At
linebacker
one
was.
time.
was a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, he was a Pro Bowler 3 years ago. He suffered a ACL the 1 year, and I think Achilles rupture the next year.
How long has he been out of the league?
No, I ain't talking about the chat. I'm talking about the guys on the show, Matt Henry. You can talk your shit.
No, he's talking about Michigan. That's what he's talking about.
Oh,
Talking shit about Michigan.
well, he can.
Yeah.
But you know what? If Michigan beats Ohio State this year, I guarantee you Ryan Day is going to get fired from a cannon straight into the fucking sun.
Ready, aim, fire. Okay, Brian Hartline, are you ready?
What's up, Robert?
Yep, when people are being rude and inconsiderate, yeah, I do lay the smack down. Tim Patrick type of signing, not quite, but
We'll see. We'll see what kind of impact he
Tim
has.
Patrick has had way more injuries in his career than Quan Alexander has had.
I
I
remember
mean,
those
he's
two.
practically established on this team now. So
Yeah, he's established on this team, and it looks like the scar tissue is holding them together quite well.
Mhm. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's feeling it rather well for Khalif.
JMO had a fun game yesterday too, except for the throwing the football at the Bears player. That was stupid.
Yeah, I didn't like that whole. Oh, but he stood up and said I was sorry. That shows a match. Dude, this is the 12th game of the season. Needs not to be doing that in the 12th game of the season. That's not maturation. That's just telling me that he's still young and he's still doing dumb stuff.
I mean,
Maturation is not doing it. Period. That's
how
what
many
maturation is.
passes in both halves did we see where Caleb either sailed it or threw it at somebody's feet?
Quite a
A
bit.
couple of times when he was getting rushed. Yep.
Every time he was under pressure, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying if Michigan beats them, they will
Right.
lose Ryan Day. You missed the
Well,
point there.
Ryan Day will get shot out of that horseshoe so fast. I'm surprised they didn't fire him yet. He lost 3 straight times in Michigan. That shouldn't sit well with any Ohio State coach.
They would have to have the police escort him out.
Right.
I don't want to leave. Too bad. I think Brian Hartline's going to get picked up by someone in the offseason as a coach.
You think James Franklin should be fired from Penn State?
He should have been a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he couldn't beat Ohio State. He hasn't won any big time games.
Can't beat Michigan either.
Yeah, which is fine.
He's a 4-year.
So technical difficulties, he won't be able to make it on.
Oh,
man.
And he's a little pissed off, and I don't blame him.
yeah, what I did
He
was
could hear
stupid.
you.
Yeah, what I did was stupid. I'll definitely apologize when I know you're disappointed. I'm sorry.
I'm beyond disappointed.
5th-year option because he was 12th. Who are you talking about, Orlando? Oh, you're talking about Quan? Are you talking about Quan?
I don't know.
Man.
Who's on a
Or Tim
4-year?
Patrick? Yeah.
JMO's on his 3rd year. Next year it'll be his 4th.
Oh yeah,
That's what we're
JMO.
talking
That's
about.
probably who he's talking about. Yeah.
And Jameer's on his 2nd, and he was a 12th pick.
Yeah, 4th year. JMO.
Yeah,
he's on his 3rd.
He's on his 3rd year.
Yeah, he's on his 3rd year.
But yeah, he's on a 4-year contract, so he's here next year, and a 5th-year option has to be picked up before May of next year.
Yeah. That would be about right
Yeah,
there.
I'm getting bitched out left and right now.
I messed up badly.
We all make mistakes. It's okay.
No, what I did was inexcusable.
I
That
know, man. I
Penceman.
know. Just live and learn.
Yeah, but no, I've done so many stupid crap in the past.
Don't be a JMO.
No, well, I'm acting like a JMO right now, so.
Man, oh man.
Her window is wide the F open.
I mean, yeah, we got plenty of youth everywhere. You're correct about that.
Yep, and there's
I,
still more youth we could get. I still think we're going to raid another practice squad tomorrow because we kind of have to. With all the injuries we had on the D line, we still need another defensive end. And I'd be going straight to Minnesota and snagging up Andre Carter, 6'5", 267-pound defensive end that can play linebacker too.
He's the kid from Army, right?
Yep, who already had his Army service.
well, you got to remember,
Deferred.
there's 2 players coming back next week, and that'll be CD and Taylor Decker. That
And
should
Mosley.
even out a little bit. And
Yeah,
Mosley's
Mosley,
coming back.
nice.
So that should even it out. I think what they're trying to do is addition by subtraction. They want to let their corners make all the plays when they have all their corners playing, and if the corners can't play, then they want to err on the side of putting a lot of defensive linemen out there because they can force a lot of stuff.
Did you see Terrion Arnold having a horrible game?
Uh-uh.
I didn't think
He
so
was.
either. He was all over and batting stuff across when he came in, and he
Yeah,
had
I
to come
love how
in.
he played.
He didn't start though.
No, it was
They put him
Dorsey and
later on.
Dorsey and Vildor who started. But when Dorsey went down, Arnold came in, and I actually saw it improve.
Well, Arnold was actually put in there later. He wasn't put in there because somebody came out. He was actually just put in there later. Once they saw he could, because they didn't want to start him. The thing was they didn't want to start him because he just came off an injury. So they didn't want him put, out there, run all over the place in the beginning. So they just kind of slowly worked. And then once he started doing well, once he was in there, they just left him in there.
Yeah, well, the reason why they had to leave him in is because Dorsey has a low ankle sprain.
I think that was Vildor because Dorsey came in for Vildor.
Dorsey went out of the game. Vildor was in at the end.
Well, then Dorsey came in for Vildor because Vildor went out and Dorsey made a play in that game. That was a pretty good play.
It was Vildor that got called the PI on.
Right. So he came back in.
Right. Because Dorsey left the game with a low ankle sprain. I don't think anybody's getting J.J. Watt out of retirement.
If we can't, nobody can.
Right, because he wanted to play with his brother if he played anywhere.
That's what I
after
mean.
The first year,
that's what I
and
said.
he didn't
If we
come
can't,
out for the Steelers.
Yeah, if we can't, nobody can.
But our lowest rated guys was, and I don't get this one either. Amik Robertson did get beat a couple times by Keenan, didn't he?
Yeah, Keenan put that one move on him though, but that's a veteran
Yeah.
on a relatively young player. So
Jeremy,
our lowest, yeah.
JJ almost signed, but he didn't want to get in his brother's contract way.
Right. Mekhi Wingo was our lowest rated player, and that's because he whiffed on every chance to tackle Caleb going through the middle.
Yeah, he went out of the game anyway.
Amik Robertson was the next lowest one. Then it was Terrion Arnold. Then it was Malcolm Rodriguez. Then it was Kendall Vildor. But when I say Mekhi Wingo was our lowest rated player, it was a 29.9. That's the lowest one we've seen since James Houston, that first game he came back when he got that 27-8.
Dang. Oh.
Our highest rated players, Zadarius Smith, El Kadeem Muhammad, Jack Campbell, Khalil Dorsey, and Ezekiel Turner. And Ezekiel Turner is the one that got the half a sack with Zadarius Smith. Our highest rated ones on offense was Kevin Zietler. He had a 91 overall.
Zietler's been doing good all year.
Frank Ragnow, Jared Goff, David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown. They are all in that 70 and up range. Our lowest guys, Graham Glasgow, Dan Skipper, Jamison Williams, Brock Wright, and Sam Laporta. And that's the only thing I don't like about PFF. He didn't drop a single catch, but because he was only targeted in short down situations, they docked him because of his yards per catch.
He
That's
had
stupid.
three receptions for 6 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Right.
That's how PFF that's how they do
PFF
it.
is the weirdest thing.
And then
Yeah,
Jameer
they do
Gibbs
have a rare stat thing going on.
Jameer
Jameer
Gibbs
what?
had 9 carries for 87 yards, and they gave him a 65.4.
That's weird. Do they do PFF for special
He
teams?
did fumble. Got to remember the fumble.
Oh, that's probably what knocked him down, but I didn't think it should
Mhm.
knock him down that much. You're talking about one negative play, but he still had 104 yards from scrimmage
Mm-hmm.
when you add in his 2 receptions for 17 yards.
Yeah.
And then David Montgomery had
Yeah.
3 catches for 36 yards on top of his 88 yards rushing. So both of our running backs got us over 100 yards from scrimmage.
Yeah.
What was his PFF? Montgomery's.
72.1 because he didn't score touchdowns.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, PFF is just funny how they rate some of the things they rate.
They're really good on the trenches, but everything else it's so askewed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's like the corners. Arnold didn't play at that low of a. If you watch the game, he didn't play that low of a PFF. Amik might have deserved that a little bit, but he was put into the situations. I told you they put him in cornerback number 2, and he didn't do very well in that. And even though they took him out of the nickel because at one time they had
Branch at nickel.
mixed everything around. Yeah.
We had Branch starting at nickel, and we had Brendan Joseph starting where Branch was.
Wow.
But overall, on offense, the lowest grade was a 50. On defense, we had 3 guys below a 50, and that was Terrion Arnold, Amik Robertson, and Mekhi Wingo. Mekhi Wingo getting that grade. If he's graded that bad and they're good at doing D-lines, he deserved it.
He went out that game, too.
Yeah, he had a knee tweak. He had to wear a brace. He came back in the game, but he didn't stay in long. Martin took most of the snaps at defensive end last night.
Well, Martin only had 2 snaps.
Then who was the other 90 guy that was in there? No, it wasn't Uzariki, and it wasn't Wingo. Was that Pat O'Connor?
Could have been, yeah. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Pat had. Damn it! I just messed this whole damn thing up. I'm going through all the snap counts. Oh, defensive tag. Here we go. Yeah, he had 12. Broderick only had 2, and the 2 he had were the last 2 plays of the game. He was actually in there for 3, but 1 didn't count because it was a penalty.
Right.
The other 2, he was in there for 2 plays, the last 2 plays of the game.
Yeah, Muhammad is good. I like Muhammad.
Yeah, Muhammad was.
Ben
really
Neiman
good.
was all right, but he was nothing great or good, and he had so few snaps he didn't register a grade.
Sounds like Kenny Pickett with the Eagles.
Jeremy, I didn't see any kick up.
No, Trevor Nowrowski had 30. He had 31 snaps.
Yep, and he was in the middle grade. You know what I'm saying? In the 60s.
And he had 18 on special teams.
Yep. So
Jack Campbell even played on special teams. He had 2 snaps on special teams.
Right, because we had so many players go down, they had to. Because normally it's Malcolm that's been doing the special team duties with Neiman. And when Malcolm
that
went
was Nowrowski. Down, you're right. Neiman had four snaps. He had 18 on special teams, but he had 4 snaps. Okay. Yeah. You said Neiman. I'm looking at Nowrowski. What the hell I'm talking about? Ezekiel Turner did pretty well. He had 22 snaps. And David Long, I told you he wait for him. He's going to do well. He had 12 snaps, but he made them 12 snaps count. Let me tell you.
Until he bounced off a Swift like a rag doll.
Well,
thank God there was holding on that.
I was so pissed about it. Why'd you have Swift like that?
Remember, that was the one run that I was like, oh God, here we go. Swift had the one run that we were all warned about, and the penalty flag came out. I was like, hallelujah.
And he was talking smack too.
Oh yeah, he was talking
punch him in the mouth. Fuck you, Swift. Go to hell.
Yeah, he had a great game, didn't he? 39 yards at 3.5 yards per carry.
Guy's
Good.
so bad.
Caleb Williams had the same amount of yards, but you know what the difference was? It was on 4 carries.
I think we got saved too because Rashawn Johnson went out. Early. He got hurt, so that was fortunate because that was a guy, that could have helped Swift even get more yards because that's like they're a ground pound team right there. Those are the two. Yeah.
Yeah, the other guy they got is basically the same type of runner as Swift.
Mm-hmm. He's a rookie too, ain't he?
Yeah.
Roshan?
No, the third string running back.
Up with Miami and Barrett.
Oh,
Shaq Barrett?
Shaquille Barrett. I think Shaq Barrett's coming out of retirement or trying to.
Oh,
Will he even make it?
who
Probably
knows?
not.
That'd be like Shaq Leonard coming out of retirement.
Yeah, for
Usually,
real.
usually if you're out of the game for a while, you start losing your speed.
Yeah, especially this long of the into the year. The only one that came back in twice, and both times he got to go to Super Bowl contenders. It was Ndamukong Suh.
True.
That's a lion I wouldn't mind bringing back right now.
Yeah.
No,
Still,
about that.
He probably conditioned himself pretty that he stayed in shape just in case. A lot of these people don't.
Yep. RXJ, good to see you, brother. Happy late
What's
night
up,
win.
RX? Oh, a long
Go
time no see
Lions,
from you.
11-1. Yes.
Wow. DJ Reader had 37 snaps, and he still had 2 sacks in those 37 snaps. That tells you how good he was in that game.
Yeah,
Right.
he was.
But at the same time, did you see that lineup that they did with Z Smith where he got past Darnell Wright to get to Caleb on the end? Did you notice he was playing more like a 3-4 outside linebacker? He was not down in the 3-point stance. He was upright. You know who that was there lined up on the tackle and guard, right?
Who? What are you talking about?
On that last play when Z Smith got the sack.
Who was it? DJ?
It was Martin.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, he was there the last 2 plays of the game.
Right. Space Eater.
Yeah. See, this is what I was
Space
alluding
Eater?
to the last time we were talking about Aleem McNeil feeding off of DJ Reader, and now it was Reader's turn to feed off of McNeil because McNeil was getting double teamed a lot more than DJ Reader was, and that's why DJ Reader was able to come up. It's like it's like these offensive lines take turns of who they're going to try to double team between the two of them, and then the other one eats if they don't double team that guy. So.
Right. And we've said that that's what it was going to be all year. It's just now it's finally coming to fruition because
you don't have the ends anymore.
Right. That, and plus, it takes a minute to incorporate that type of style of play when you're taking a guy that was a nose tackle from a 3-4 and pairing him up with a true DT1 and making him a DT2. It took a minute for DJ Reader to adjust to that position, is what I'm getting at. He's been doing well. He's a space eater. He's been moving the line in different angles every week and getting so close. He's been so close. I think he's had like 6 QB hits in the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, he got the game ball.
He deserved it.
DJ Reader. 2 sacks, and he was like in the face of the quarterback just like all the time.
You say Zadarius Smith had some nice plays. Zadarius Smith was in the backfield just as much, if not more, than Reader.
Yeah, he's made it consistent. The only thing I'm very cautious about Zadarius. He went out 2 times in that game with a little bit of a tweak of an injury. He needs to get those trainers need to work him out.
According to Campbell, it was just cramps.
2 times in a game. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That
means he's not hydrating.
Right. Somebody needs to hydrate his ass.
Somebody needs to be there like the drill sergeant. Drink water.
Water, grabs the hose. Drink water. Oh wait, that's my job.
You don't understand. in the Army, when they said drink water, you
You
grabbed your
drag
canteen,
water.
you
And there was a
start
reason
chugging,
for it too.
and you chugged it till it was empty. If he didn't tell you to stop, you ran to the water jug and you got more water and started chugging again.
Yeah.
And they did it on purpose. They would send you on a 26-mile road hike with a 100-pound rucksack on your back and make
Mhm.
you do it till you got your stomach cramps from drinking that
Yep.
ice cold water.
And it weighed 150 pounds.
Oh
Yep,
yeah,
they do
because you
you.
always pack more than you were supposed to in it.
They do you dry and they do you wet. That's how they do you. I'm serious. They just dry you.
That's what they call it.
That's gonna dry.
That's what that's called. They start
I
you out
know.
no hydration, no breakfast on that
Mhm.
26-mile road hike. You walk
Mhm.
till you eat breakfast. You get done with breakfast, and then they start saying, drink water. And so your stomach's already full, and they make you chug down 2 liters of water because that's a 1-liter canteen, and it's ice freaking cold. And I was stationed in Georgia, where it's $100, 100 degrees out in the middle of summer. And you're sitting there sweating bullets, drinking ice cold water, and you can feel your stomach just going.
Yeah, even in the Navy, man. They now see
Drink!
Navy was never in the Navy. It was different. I was in San Diego, and it was like we'd have Black Flag days
That is a cool
where
car.
it's like 120 outside in
Drink,
San
Jeremy,
Diego.
drink!
They would sit there. People would be
What are
passing
you
out around
drinking
us.
tonight, Jeremy? Coffee?
Coffee.
Where's
What?
your
No Mountain
Mountain
Dew?
Dew?
It's in the fridge getting cold. I had to go buy it.
Oh, you got to buy it cold, man. Or did you get a 2-liter?
I get my 1 1/4 liters. They don't sell those in
Oh.
the cooler unless you go to a gas station, and I'm not paying $4 a bottle for it when I can get it for $1.50.
Got fit.
That being said,
No, that's right.
you know, I do have something funny for you. I heard that good old Matt Eberflus is going to become an author. He's already starting his new book that was announced today, 100 Ways to Lose by author Matt Eberflus.
Perfect.
And this was the Thanksgiving dinner for the Lions team last night.
Yep, definitely.
You don't have a carrot for Mountie though.
Yeah,
That whole turkey eating thing with Monty was hilarious.
Well,
He was like that,
I have a
Well,
question
you
for
know why?
like
everybody.
a kid.
You know why? He's a vegan.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's actually a vegan.
Didn't know that.
So I have a question for everybody.
Okay,
Did anybody eat turducken before?
I have.
Is it
I have.
anything that they advertise?
It's good. It's not great.
Because you
Good
see,
evening,
I was
men.
watching
I'm still laughing at Matt Eberflus, Ricky Sakai.
because I was watching the Cowboys and Giants game, and Tom Brady was like, "This is pretty good."
And
That must have been a
Sunday,
lot for Tom Brady too, because he's the
it was interesting to watch. Let's put it that way.
and as we found out who got to go where after we got off of waivers, Daniel Jones gets to be the next one for the Minnesota QB Reclamation Project.
Mhm.
That's
It's actually a good spot for him to go. He has no expectations. They're contending for a playoff spot. He got everything he wanted, but starting.
Yes.
But I mean, he
Lions
can
are
go
leaving
to.
franchises in shambles when we get done with them. Yeah, do you realize this is the third coach we've gotten fired in the last 2 seasons?
Yeah.
We whooped the shit out of L.A. in L.A. and the Chargers
Yoli.
fired Staley. Oh, we got Yoli.
That's
I know it's Smoking Dads. I
Smoking
don't care.
Dads.
But she ain't here, so I did it for her because it grooves better.
Jeremy,
You threw me off my groove, man. I was trying to get the whole Mexicali thing going.
I know you're weird. You were sitting there when you did it.
I was like, hey, wait a minute. This is the wrong beat, man.
I'm just happy I made Jeremy laugh on Wednesday, which is rare.
Hey, you know what? You actually do make me laugh a lot. I just don't always show it because, sometimes I have to have some sort of moniker of professionalism here.
Yes.
Man, you play with your shirt so much. It makes me wonder if you've got something itching going on. You need a bath or something, Butter?
No.
If Buffalo wins tomorrow, do we clinch a playoff berth? I
Hmm.
think I think just by winning the 11th game, we have clinched a playoff berth.
I think
Yeah.
I think you clinched last night because Giants got eliminated last night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
James
Giants
Gunn.
are eliminated.
That's because they
Raiders
lost.
lost. There's not a lot of teams that can make it in anymore.
No.
I think
don't know.
Michael, do you mean clinch the number one
Division.
seed? Because I think Kansas City's already done that.
No, I think
Buffalo,
NFC.
You're in a different conference.
We're
No,
talking about.
right. That's what I'm
all they
saying. I
said,
think
all they
Kansas
said was
City's done it.
Yeah.
Kansas City clinched their division with that win over the Raiders because no one can catch them in the division.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I was saying.
Because the Lions could have clinched the number one seed. Could have
That's
clinched the
true,
number one
Orlando.
seed, but they had like 700 damn things happen for them to do that, and none of
Thank
those
you,
700
Orlando.
things happened.
But at the same time, it was Brandon Staley after that game. Then we whooped the shit out of the Raiders, and Josh McDaniels and the GM got fired at the same time. Didn't the GM get fired of Chicago at the same time as Staley too?
Pretty sure they did.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because they made
sure.
their assistant GM the interim GM, and it waited till this year to do everything.
Who's
Yeah.
next that the Lions are going to get fired?
And now it's Matt
Fine.
Eberflus.
Blues.
But Caleb was doing his part trying to win that game, and Matt Eberflus said, "Oh no, you don't."
I freaking love, dude. That's a freaking Danny DeVito.
I just want to
Well-
point out. I just want to point out that my team's safe because we don't play the Lions yet. So
My team. What
you
my
can't
team
yeah.
fire
There's
anybody
only-
on my organization.
There's only one way we get to play Pittsburgh, and it's the same way we get to play the Chiefs.
Yep.
Super Bowl.
And then we have a 9% chance of making it.
So you're saying
You're still leading the division, so I mean, that little hiccup with Cleveland wasn't pretty, but
You know what I just
So-
realized?
No.
Oh, go ahead, Jeremy.
This is the list of injuries during the game. Post-game injury report. Busy holiday and not in the good way. Mosley, something popped up pre-game. Doesn't sound serious. Arnold didn't start because DC wanted to make sure he was good. Pascal, knee, hard step, possible bone bruise, hopefully no cartilage, and it was confirmed by MRI today. It is just a knee strain of some sort, and he should be back. Wuzariki, details they're going to go for a CAT scan to make sure because there was something that showed up, but they don't want to talk about it. Wingo, nothing on video, possible mild right knee sprain, wore brace the rest of the game. Reader, shoulder concern for Sublick, hopefully just a mild strain, and that's what it was, what Campbell said in the interview today. Skipper, direct blow to right torso, may have re-aggravated right rib injury from week 3, should be fine. Dorsey, mid-right low ankle sprain suspected, no issues as of yet. Rodrigo, knee buckles, concern for non-contact ACL. Hope just a mild sprain. We know it wasn't. It is a torn ACL. Zadarius Smith, likely cramps, end of game. Branch, low left ankle pain, end of game, no vid, and they said it's nothing major. It was just a tweak.
So,
17-6.
Jeremy, what's Keenan Allen's injury? Because he was hobbling. I saw he got injured, but have they just?
I think he just re-aggravated that calf strain he had. I think he's going to be fine. They'll probably sit him out a couple days this week, and he'll be back to practice. Is what I'm thinking.
I know one thing about that game. That commentating was all messed up.
Oh,
they
God.
really just, oh my God. It's like they said, oh, this is that one play that when Chicago was down on the lines after that one kick, the kick that they had at the 1 yard line, and they threw that out pass. They said, oh, this is going to be defensive pass interference against the Lions. I said, you're not reading body language. You're not reading body language. You just saw Keenan Allen go over there and cuss out a referee, and that's when he threw a flag. He went over there and said something nasty to the referee, and he threw a flag. I saw the whole thing.
Yeah,
And they go, I
because
said,
you know
why are
what
you
it
saying
was?
DPI?
What you couldn't see on the screen, what they could see and we couldn't because the camera angle was wrong. He actually threw the football at the ref.
Yeah, I saw that.
He
He
threw
went
a
like
rag or
that.
something, a towel or something at the ref.
No, it was
That's
the
what he did.
No,
football.
it was the ball.
It was the football. He threw the
I saw
football.
the angle
And
where
that's
he
an
went like
automatic
that.
unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, I mean, but still, I mean, it's they do a TPI.
And when they
It's not
replayed
no
it,
DPI.
when his helmet came off, it wasn't ripped off. His own jersey was being pulled up, and it popped his helmet off. And that's what Keenan Allen was upset about. He thought he ripped his head off.
That stupid
I
ass
saw him throw
Caleb
Orlando has
He
it.
never
though.
touched
Williams
what?
hit, that what's his face put on him. Come on, what was that? Campbell. Yeah, Campbell hit him. He didn't hit him nowhere near his knee. He hit him right
I
in the
know.
damn side. He's got a picture of it.
Right below the hip and in the middle of his thigh.
Yeah,
Where he hit.
I think it was even higher than that. The picture I see, it was higher than that. So I don't know what Caleb is.
And the only reason why no, they didn't rip it off.
Mm-mm.
He had who was it that tackled Keenan Allen? Wasn't that Arnold when he came in? Yeah, it was Arnold.
Yeah, it was Arnold. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a hold of the top of his jersey, not the shoulder pad. He had it here, and when it picked it up, the jersey undid his chin strap when they showed the replay, and it just flung off.
It was a high tackle by Arnold. He was tackling by his shoulders and basically his head, and that's when it doesn't make a difference. He didn't have it strapped on, right? So it's going to come off.
I got a baby Benny here. Say hello,
doggy. Puppy.
Pepper. I don't know nothing about all this.
Well, I have family here. Holy smokes. They just came in. But it is that time. And since the division is not finished yet, we have to do it this way because this is the only one that matters. 11-1 and still number one in the division. It is the NFC North champions from last year, the Detroit Lions.
That's it.
And this is our sponsor, Brandon Service at the corner of 602 West Atherton Road in Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good.
God,
you hit
God,
that every time, man.
God,
hit that,
God,
hit that mark every time.
Stop in and check us out. Used tires starting at $45 and up. New tires starting at whatever we quote you, because I just lost my train of thought. Call in and get your quote. 810-233-8230. Talk to George, Red, or myself. New tires are delivered within 1 to 2 business days. Mention this ad if you're buying tires from us, and you will get a discount. Thank you for watching.
Good night, everybody.
I kind of did disrupt you.
You guys all have a blessed evening. It was fun. I want to thank Mark Schmidt, even though he couldn't make it in with the technical difficulties he had. I want to say thank you to Will, a Pensman in D.C. I wish he could have stayed. I would have liked to have gotten his take on the game and asked him about that particular situation that we were in. When you have that many players on one side of the ball go out of injury and you're able to come away with the win, what does that do for the locker room is what I was going to ask him.
That would have been a phenomenal
I think that would have been the perfect question to ask Mark.
Yeah, I hope you get to ask it sometime.
I'm going to message him tomorrow and talk to him.
Tell him it was stupid.
When throwing football at other people, JMO's aim was better. This is true. Well, have a great weekend, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving, and we'll